Josh Greenhead, delighted to be joined by Shakan Pitters. Just been up there for the press conference, and obviously you're a long-term member of Hennessy Sports now. How exciting is it to have another fight on the card and ready to go?
Exciting, man. September 10th can't come soon enough for me. I've been training, grafting in the gym, and I just can't wait to put on another, good display for the fans and things.
And the first time in a long time we're going to have a full crowd in Coventry. It's obviously not far from where you're based. I mean, you must be excited to have them back.
Yeah, all fights in the Midlands is good, man. I've got a lot of interest around the Midlands. It's obviously where I've started out my boxing as well. So many of my fans will be attending, so it's good to have a lot of the fans there and, all out there, full attendance, as you said, for an exciting night of boxing.
And how much difference can that make in a fight, especially going into the later rounds when you're grinding and looking for that result?
It's crazy, because you know what, you kind of zone out of all of that. When you're in there, you only generally hear like your coaches or odds, voices which you kind of recognise. But it's good to have them. I'm someone, I thrive on the atmosphere. I like the atmosphere. So it's good, as you say, in the later rounds and whatever. The fans actually can't help you. It's you in the fight anyway. So it's something where you just grind away. But I'm sure that they're cheering on, their momentum helps a bit.
Yeah. With it being so long since we both fought, obviously there was a few last time in attendance. Do you think there could be a little bit of extra pressure, having not felt that for 18 months, 2 years?
No pressure. I don't really put pressure on myself. I train hard within my training camps. I'm very confident when I get in the rings that I'm at my best, and I'm confident to get the victory. So it's how I train. All the work's done before I even walk in the ring.
And just remind me, I know some of the opponents were announced today, some weren't. Have you got your opponent sorted? Or are we still?
I haven't. I don't know anything about opponent or anything at the moment. I couldn't tell you much on it. I want people with winning records. I want good opponents. I want, the fights out there which is gonna put my career in the right direction to these titles, which I do want. But I'm not my own manager like that or anything. I'm managing myself, so it's something where I put that trust in my team. But I'm sure they deliver. We have an exciting opponent and someone good. I've names that we put before. It's been toss up and down, and them either not having it or having it. But I'm just remain focused on what I can control, which is my training. So that's all I can do.
We know there's been names mandated for the light heavy belt. Was there any disappointment on your end not to be mandated for that?
What, for the light heavyweight British? Not really. At the end of the day, they're on their own path. They're doing their things. Would I fight for the British again? Who knows? Possibly if it presents itself. But for me, I'd want to push until the belts, to be fair, and just keep improving myself as a fighter. I know I'm more than ready to push on. For other bouts, other than the British show, it's something where that's what I'm going to continue doing. Grafting in the gym and just keep smashing through my opponents. That's what I plan to do.
So what is the real aim for the rest of the year? I know you said obviously the British is something that you may not go back to. Where do you want to aim in the next 6 months or so?
I'd want to aim for the European or even a world title myself. But it's something where realistically, as I say, it's one step at a time for me. Whether that was to happen this year or next, it's what it is. I'm just going to keep, whoever they put in front of me, keep doing a good job over them. And, in my own time, it will come for sure.
It was mentioned during the press conference, Craig Richards. He had his fight against Dimitri Bivol not so long ago. Did you watch that and were you impressed?
I watched a bit of it. I watched a bit of the fight. Yeah, he done his thing. There's nothing. I'm not in control of his career. I get asked this question because I know I fought him, but it's something where he done what he had to do. There's things I'm sure he'd probably be kicking himself for, in the sense where feeling he could have probably pressed on and done a bit more in the fight, because he was getting a lot of success in there as well. But he done his thing, man. For me, I've just got to keep working to get myself those kind of shots myself, and get the highest pinnacle in my in boxing for me, where I can go.
The fact that he's competed right on that world level, right at the top of the tree, do you feel like that puts you in a good place? Obviously, you fought not so long ago.
I don't watch anything what he does, to be honest. I can't take any I can't base my career based on anything he's doing on his success. You know what I mean? The fact he's got that world title shot, whatever, that's on him. Good. I'm happy for him. You know, I've not got that yet myself, so I've got a lot of work to be doing and to keep pushing on. It don't give me any hope or anything, thinking, oh my God, he's got this, so I could do this. No, the game, boxing don't work like that. You've got to focus on your own career, and keep working hard in the gym, put the miles in on the road, and with my sheer hard work and determination, I'm sure I'll get there myself. Congratulations to him. He done his thing, he got there, put on a good performance. But for me, I've got to get there, and I've got to focus on me and work there myself.
Just like to get your thoughts on Callum Smith move to light heavyweight, and if that's somewhere you may be looking in the future with a fight with someone like Callum Smith.
Again, his career, man, he's chose to move here based on weight, so I don't watch what anyone else does, honestly. I can't, if I spend my time looking at what they're doing domestically and things, and don't be wrong, he's a talented fighter. I've seen him, obviously, he had like Canelo and things. He's a very talented fighter. But like everyone in the light heavyweight division, everyone's a talented fighter, everyone's a good talent. But it's something where we've got to remain focused on our own careers, and that's what I'm doing, remaining focused on my own path, my own career. The fact that he's come up into the light heavyweight division now, that's something where him and his team obviously for him, making the weight, and anything he's done in his last in the middleweight scene, probably not much more for him to do. So he wants to come onto the light heavyweight, but I'm sure he'll be looking on for the world, for world titles himself after fighting Canelo and so on. So again, he's not trying to look back at me, and I'm not trying to look up at him or look at anyone in the domestic scene. I just got to focus on me and keep going forward.
Thank you very much for your time.
No worries, man.
Appreciate it.
No worries, thank you.